right. Welcome, everybody. We are live on the Christ Church channel. This is What's Happening at Christ Church live on YouTube for April 8th, 2020. So glad you are here. If you are a YouTube subscriber, that's wonderful. You can interact with me on the side chat bar. And of course, I will try to acknowledge your comments and respond to those comments as we go along. You can also text message me on my cell phone, and I'll be happy to reach out to you that way as well. Joanne Carroll has checked in saying hello. Hello, Amanda. Mandy Moyer, good to see you. Or I always say that. Good to be seen. I'm glad to be here with you. So yes, you can certainly come and send me a text, or if you'd like to have others hear your comments, you can call me and I'll put you on speakerphone, and that way we can interact with one another and others can hear you do that. I'll let you know when I do that. I'm going to mute my phone temporarily as we get started here tonight so that I can offer a devotional time for all of us. Let me mute my phone, make sure that's on mute. As we begin tonight, I was thinking more about the idea that we have a relationship with God and that we are interacting with God and God is interacting with us. Tracy's on board. Hello, Tracy. Hi, Nadine. Scott McDermott, peace to be with you as well, my friend. Good to have everybody on board with us. For our devotional time tonight, everybody, I was thinking about the passage from Romans 12, verse 2. Carolyn's on board. Welcome, Carolyn. Romans 12, verse 2 says this: do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds, so that you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Bill LaSalle's checking in on the cell phone. Hello, Bill. Glad you're here. I began thinking about this Bible verse, and the word interdependence came on to my mind. Hello, Jerry and Lisa. Hello, Sharon. Greetings to everybody. This verse, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds, from Paul's letter in the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. Interdependence is what I titled this devotional. You know, for most of us due to COVID-19, our familiar way of life changed radically, didn't it? It made me, for one, realize how much I take my independence for granted. My ability to go where I want to go, do what I need to do, when I want to do it, all of that got radically altered. Before, I could, for example, go to Home Depot anytime I pleased. I could go in and shop, then I could leave. But earlier this week, I had to get in line outside to get into the store. And I had to stand 6 feet behind the person in front of me. I had to make sure the person behind me was standing 6 feet behind me. And I was only allowed in when one person exited the other end of the store. And plus, I was wearing my face mask that fogged up my reading glasses every 10 seconds or so. So I know, pretty annoying, right? I heard this earlier this evening that some of the other stores like Walmart and some other stores are doing exactly the same thing. But you know, spiritually speaking, I think there's something important about having our independence altered a bit. With the COVID-19 outbreak, this is a moment that we can step back from our spiritual independence and come to God more profoundly than ever. It's a time to not conform to the ways of the world, which is humanity's belief that we have to be self-sufficient in all things. but it's really a time to grow. It's a time to grow in the renewing of our minds, grow in discerning how to be less self-sufficient and more God-sufficient, to grow in this interdependent relationship with God. Because we need God in this crisis. That's for sure. We need God to help us as we use our best gifts, as we use our talents, our creativity, our abilities to get us over this hump, to find answers. We need God to help develop a vaccine to save lives. And God needs us, I think, as well in this crisis. I think God needs us to share our faith while we use our gifts, to relearn what it means to love and support our fellow human beings, to reach out and give in ways that spiritually saves lives within the community, because people can come to God. Easter, if anything for me, reminds us that the Spirit of God rises in our hearts and lives in each of us. The Spirit also helps us to see that all of life is influenced by God's presence and by God's guidance. When both those come together, we live and work interdependently with God and with each other. Now that's a change I can live with. How about you? Let's pray tonight. O Spirit of God, may we engage with you and you with us and we with one another, all interdependently, working and facing these days. In the name of Christ we pray. Amen. All right. Let me unmute my phone. And if you care to call in and chat with all of us online, that would be awesome. And let's get into what's happening at Christ Church. First of all, a wonderful joy to share with our community, and it gives me great pleasure to know that the family said this is great. We welcome to the world Dax Henley and Remy Maxwell, two twin boys born to Lindsay DeArmond and Andy Fosnot at around 8 a.m. this morning. Praise be to God. Both boys and mom are doing very well. So we celebrate with Lindsay and Andy and with Beckett. Beckett's the oldest brother. So friends, if you'd like to be in touch with them, please find in your church directories their address, send them a card, do something that connects with them, send them an email welcoming those two little lads in the world. They both are about 19 inches long and both are a little bit over 5 pounds. All are healthy and well. Excellent news to share. I also want to share with you the news of tomorrow night. First of all, tomorrow night at 6 p.m., Amy Adams and our middle school youth, plus others who are helping, I'm not sure who is helping actually with Amy, but they are going to do an online Passover meal. How cool is that? That's going to happen for the youth and their families. And so if you'd like to be aware of that, please check in. Look for an email that Amy will be sending out that will have the link to the Zoom meeting. So that's wonderful. And also then, that's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Now, at 7 p.m., 7 o'clock, everybody, we announced this last Sunday, and I announced it again through the word that Tracy sent out. We call it the Daily Word, since they're coming out on not on a weekly basis, but more than that. It is a special live worship time tomorrow night at 7 p.m. It's Maundy, Thursday. And we are doing it right here on this live YouTube channel for Christ Church at 7 p.m. We will celebrate Christ's Last Supper virtually on our channel. All you need at home or wherever you are is your own bread and your own juice or wine. And, you know, this is one of those rare moments in our church's life that we can celebrate communion with wine if you desire. Or, of course, if you simply use the common table beverage that you have in your home, that'll do just fine. Because we believe that God is very active as a spiritual part of our lives and can bless all of our bread and all of our beverage as we remember Jesus' Last Supper. So come to worship tomorrow night, friends, at 7 p.m. for our Maundy Thursday special edition live broadcast right here on our YouTube channel. We are not doing a Good Friday service as we have done in the past years, but Good Friday is also a day to commemorate Jesus's passion and his death on the cross. We commemorate that. We take time, I encourage you to take time during that day to think of the meaning of why we call it Good Friday. Primarily because we experience the joy of what's the result of Christ's offering on the cross, the salvation that comes. That's always been there, but Christ is the one who effectively opened that door for everyone to experience the risen power of Christ in their lives. That's an important part of our faith. I encourage you to, if you find a Good Friday service online, tap into that. Let's see, someone is texting in. Oh, my uncle is sending a text to my brothers. I got that one very well. Let's talk about what's happening at Christ Church on Easter Sunday morning. First of all, I want you to know that our faith formation classes are taking place. First, we have faith formation for our middle school youth at 9 a.m., and that's, again, another Zoom opportunity. So if you get an email from Amy or from Kelsey O'Brien or others who are part of the setting up of the Zoom class for that, that's great. Click on that link and that'll open up that class for you. Faith formation also is occurring for our adults. There is a 9 a.m. class on Sunday morning, again through Zoom. But Jeff McLeod, who coordinates that class, wanted me to share with you that the same class will be offered on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Because that way people who may have missed it can also click on that link and an email that Jeff can send to you, and you can get part of that class on Tuesday night. If people want to join those Zoom meetings and you haven't had a chance to do that yet, Jeff is going to need your email address so he can send the invitation to them. So to you. So watch the Facebook page, also our members page, our members and friends of Christ Church, where he will post the invitation, and you can click on that link on the Facebook page and become part of the class. So that's also happening at 9 a.m. for faith formation for the adults, but also that class is offered at Tuesday night at 7 p.m. The high school class is not doing anything on Christmas, Easter. I don't know why I said that. And we're hoping that they're just hanging out with their families, which is a good time for them. Wednesday night, April 15th, what's happening at Christ Church? A week from tonight, we will be here again live at 7:30. Now, I wanted you to know that our subscribers, did you know, I think I shared this last time, that when we first started doing our Facebook, our YouTube channel, we had 1 subscriber. And that was a few years ago. And it remained 1 for all this time until we began to broadcast live. And right now we have, at this juncture, and I think we're at 102 subscribers, which puts us over the 100 mark, which means YouTube has given us our own URL, which is a fancy tech word of saying that we have our own space that we can click to. That's not going to change anything for us. That's just that we have that opportunity now to have that URL as our own. So that's good news. Sunday morning at Christ Church, this Easter Sunday, April 12th, our broadcast live is at 10:30 a.m. In fact, the rest of the Sundays in April will be broadcast live. That is April 19th as well, and also April 26th. This Sunday, Easter Sunday, we're going to have music by Ann and Chris Dinsmore, Jan Stauffer, Carol Hunter, Wes Runnels, possibly some others as well. Ray Edmondson will play the organ and or piano. And I will offer an Easter message for us. Scott McDermott, you can read his comments. He's saying, looking forward to communion tomorrow night. Maundy Thursday, important and favorite one of his worship services. Thanks, Scott, for chiming in. Appreciate that. So I wanted everybody to know we are canceling the worship events here at Christ Church in our sanctuary for the large congregation for this coming Sunday, the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th. We are, however, as you know, broadcasting from the sanctuary live, so we want to see you or you see us on YouTube channel. I also want to talk to you a little bit about Youth Sunday, which was scheduled for April 26th. You know, our history of such wonderful, meaningful, exciting Youth Sunday is rich. We love, love, love Youth Sundays, don't we? Well, for this year, in fact, throughout the entire year, our youth, the high school level, have been working on their Youth Sunday presentation the entire time. And so the plan for now is that they are pre-recording or planning on pre-recording their Youth Sunday presentation so that it will be offered later on, not on the 26th, sometime during May. It's unclear just yet as to whether or not they're going to offer that pre-recording as a Sunday morning live at 10:30. It won't be live, of course. We'll just simply air it and broadcast it. Or we'll just simply have it available on the YouTube channel for Christ Church where you can view it at any time. The youth really want to have the opportunity to present what they've been working on sometime in May. So let's keep them in our thoughts and prayers as they are putting that all together. Here's some bullets about the Youth Sunday. First of all, the theme is service in everyday life. So that gets us thinking a little bit how they've been thinking about serving God in the church and serving God as representatives of Christ Church. Because they've spent the entire year doing service projects. And in fact, you may not have known it, but you were involved too in those service projects. You provided materials, you gave them feedback, you answered surveys, all part of building up the presentation for Youth Sunday when they have it ready and when it's decided how it will be presented. So that's pretty exciting, good stuff there. Now, I asked for your help in creating the 30-minute segment here at Christ Church. What creative things are you doing? You're helping me because you sent in some of your ideas, some of your pictures. Last week, I asked you to share with me what new opportunities or new advantages are you experiencing because of the stay-at-home order. Here's what you sent me. Kevin Shorter Johnson sent a video to me and asked that it be shared to our church, and we are in the process, if not already accomplished, of doing that on our members and friends page of Facebook. They have a video of the children of our church and their families doing a wonderful puppet show in a video of Palm Sunday's recreation of the story. Just absolutely cute and adorable. Love seeing the kids, miss the kids so much. So look for that video on the members page in Facebook pretty shortly, if not right now. Carolyn LeBoy sent me an email. Carolyn, I'm going to read tidbits of your email to me. And this is what Carolyn has been doing in this time of stay at home. She says, we cleaned the house, purged closets, clothes, and old things. One thing that helps keep them sane, she says, is role playing. They role played a virtual happy hour on Friday nights. How about that? Maya, however, is pretty bored. So because she's a little concerned they won't be able to go necessarily on the camping trip in June. So she set up a tent in her room and camped out for a few days. Here's Maya. Let me get close so you can see this. In her tent in her room. Good thinking, Maya. Carolyn also said that she's been listening to lots of audiobooks, and she says this very profoundly: I miss seeing everyone smile and smelling their perfume or coffee breath. I'm not sure who you're referring to on coffee breath, Carolyn. But she says when we do get back to our old normal, I won't ever take for granted the power of a hug, a smile, or a handshake again. Thank you, Carolyn. Wonderful comments, how you're spending time. Phyllis and Elise sent me an email. Phyllis Eckenrode, Elise Eckenrode. Phyllis writes, Elise and I walk daily in a park area off West Ridge Road where there is a pond. Canadian geese congregate there, and we watched a pair cleaning themselves and diving. They were underwater approximately 5 seconds. Having lived in Michigan and seen many of them, we never saw this behavior. It was a special treat. So Phyllis and Elise getting some outdoor time in. Deb Muslin and Sam sent me an email and said, we have been going through 40 plus years of pictures and throwing out and organizing. We also made picture books for both granddaughters with comparison photos of Daddy doing the same things as his son and daughter are. So here is one picture. She sent me many, but here's one. You see that? Of Sam Muslin and his son, and now his son grown up with his child, I think son. How about that? Let me back up and you see both at once. Sam looks so young there. Oh my gosh. Great. Love it, love it, love it. That's how they're spending their time. You know, some folks did major things around the house. Wes Reynolds told me that he painted some rooms in his house. And oh my gosh, I love the creativity that I got from some people. Check this out. Can you see this? I hope you can see this. Dave Wheeler sent me this. This is a picture, if I get it close enough to see. Yeah. Picture of the Last Supper. And Jesus is saying, okay, hello, everyone. Judas, you on? It says a Zoom version of the Last Supper. Oh my gosh. I thought that was hilarious. Some people also, one of my favorites, that was for Maundy Thursday, obviously. This one, Barb spotted this at a home in Exeter. Hosanna, Palm Sunday. This is on the driveway. So these kids and artists are putting chalk paintings together. How about that? That's just gorgeous. And this one was also one that we spotted. Hope you can see that. A stained glass window on the sidewalk reflecting Easter. He is risen. Let's see, where does it say Easter? I got too far. There we go. Happy Easter. So some people are definitely spending their time drawing on sidewalks. In fact, sometimes that we've been doing the walking, we have definitely had people who are writing messages, John 3:16, and He is risen, and love each other and help each other and support each other. So those are some of the wonderful things that are happening in people's time off because of the stay-at-home order. The other thing to share is that people are still giving in the life of our church. Diapers are coming in wonderfully, very much needed. Thank you so much to those people who have brought diapers in. Let's see here. I got another text coming in. These are pictures of the twins just born this morning. I don't know how well you can see this. Probably not well. Well, there's a little one. Here's Daddy and another little one. That's Andy. Wonderful. Dax was born at 8:09 a.m., 5 pounds 4 ounces, 19 inches. Remy was born at 8:10 a.m., 5 pounds 3 ounces, 19 inches. All are doing well. Thank you, says the DeArmond family, for the prayers. Wonderful. I also want to share with you the real joy that what people are doing even at the stay-at-home order. People have given to Christ Church anonymously to the grocery store card program. And they've given instructions to send those cards to people that we know who are in need or who are unemployed or who have suffered a setback in their businesses. And we have found out that those recipients of those kinds of cards have just been powerfully touched and moved by the generosity of people at Christ Church. I am moved beyond depth and understanding of the joy that I feel in my heart of the kind of generosity that we have as people of faith. And I want to reiterate also what was printed in the weekly word toward the ending of the daily word last Monday, that if you are in need, or if you know someone who is in need or is struggling in any way because of the COVID-19 virus outbreak, and that could be struggling emotionally, it could be struggling spiritually, it could be struggling financially, etc. If you know of somebody, or if you are in that position, please feel free to contact me. I'm very happy to put the resources that we have available to good use. So let me know if we can be of assistance to you or of somebody that you know. So that's all good stuff, things happening in the life of our church. One last thing, for those of you who may recall last year that we as a group was organized to go to Sight and Sound, and we saw Jesus. How about that? We saw Jesus. The play, that is, the musical. We saw that at the Sight and Sound Theater. Well, we got a message today, an email, that Jesus is being offered again on this Saturday, April 11th, on TBN. So if you'd like to re-see that, and obviously no subscription or money involved, you can see that play that tells the life story of Jesus. The Sight and Sound are offering it nationwide, actually, exclusively on TBN. It's 1 o'clock Eastern time and 10 a.m. Pacific time. So put that into your thinking if you'd like to see that story done by Sight and Sound. It's a very, very fascinating story. Nadine is on board. Hello, Nadine. Adorable. You're welcome. Good to share the news about the twins. Let me take a quick drink here. Well, we have about used up our 30-minute period of time. I want to be sure that you are fully aware of the things happening in the life of our church. I certainly want to honor the 30-minute time frame. And let's see. Oh, I missed Rich's call. Rich Calbert tried to call in. Let's see. Let me try and reach him back in the last few seconds that we have here. Hello, Rich? Nope, I don't have him. Okay. All right. Well, I missed Rich. Hopefully he can send a text and let us know what he's thinking. Quick synopsis, everybody. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m., our middle school youth are doing a of online Passover meal. Watch your email for a Zoom link coming from Amy Adams, and a special live worship moment, Maundy Thursday worship service, celebrating communion tomorrow night at 7 p.m., everybody. We will celebrate Christ's Last Supper virtually. Use your own bread, use your own juice, your own wine, or whatever drink that you have, that will do. And we will experience the commemoration and the meaningfulness of Maundy Thursday's worship service. Again, I encourage you to catch up with a Good Friday service in some way. I believe the Elizabethtown Ministerium is offering a Facebook Live Good Friday service that you can check in on. Susan and Jen Lilly are saying, thanks for the updates. You're welcome. And may God bless you and keep you. May God guide us as we go through these changing and challenging days. May the power of God's Spirit be blessing us. Before I leave, one quick thing. Rich has finally caught up. He's saying that he believes Sight and Sound is also going to stream Easter's current show. Yes, excellent. You can look up on their website, I'm sure, the details about Sight and Sound. Very well, friends. Good night. God bless. Have faith, clean hands, and lots and lots of love to share with God and with others and with your family, yourself. Good night.